Something is breaking inside wealth management, and most people don't see it yet. We are analyzing the structural decay of a professional business model. If these economic realities don't align with your experience in the market, there is no reason to continue. For a decade, the market grew, total assets exploded, and advisors multiplied, but the internal economics collapsed. Looking at this chart, we see two diverging trends. Total assets under management scale rapidly upward, while the profit margins per client sharply drop right beneath it. You are handling more clients and more complexity, but yielding less return per client. The result is a business trapped under constant pressure, systematically stripping away your control over both your margins and the future of your practice. Every day, platforms take larger cuts, management fees shrink, and operational costs continue to rise. To survive, many turn to standard modern portfolio construction. But you end up with different product names housing the exact same underlying market exposures. Because these portfolios are completely homogenized, you are no longer competing on performance. You are competing entirely on product distribution. This animated web shows what happens to those different asset classes when systemic market stress arrives. Notice how the distinct nodes instantly snap together and plunge in exact unison. Your diversification disappears entirely. That static portfolio architecture is mathematically engineered to fail. Everything moves together, leaving your capital completely exposed at the exact moment you need protection the most. So the question is simple. What if you stop trying to select slightly better products and instead change the foundational structure of the portfolio itself? When you move from being a distributor of someone else's products to the architect of your own exchange-listed vehicle, the economics change. By moving up the institutional value chain, you stop competing on access and start operating on the same infrastructure as the largest global family offices. Take a look at the bottom grid of this structural breakdown. It compares the fragmented traditional model directly against the Harpian architecture, which utilizes a single integrated listed vehicle. This is an institutional layer most offices have never accessed because it required massive scale. That scale and technology now exist. True fiduciary control is reclaimed by stepping into a unified, adaptive institutional engine. This outlines Harpian's independent oversight structure. We operate an exchange-listed ETP with NAV published daily on Bloomberg, utilizing custody at Euroclear and UBS. It includes 5 independent institutions across 3 regulatory jurisdictions, complete with statutory audits. Inside that ETP is a dual-core strategy engine. The first core handles momentum selection. Built over decades, it selects what is working and rotates as conditions change. It adapts continuously, responding to the market rather than attempting to predict it. The second core is the protection layer. Look at the right side of this timeline, specifically the call-out box showing StormGuard Armor active, holding 100% cash. The system actively detects regime shifts and reduces market exposure when risk rises. As illustrated by this secure vault of gold bullion, the engine triggers a specific defensive reallocation cascade. When the environment shifts, capital is moved out of equities and into protection, whether that is treasuries, gold, defensive assets, or simply cash. Because what actually destroys capital is not standard market volatility. Capital is destroyed by remaining passively exposed to risk after the financial regime has already broken. If you are managing wealth today, the margin collapse and structural reality we just outlined likely feels very familiar. We've laid out the mechanics of a structural evolution. These facts are meant for those already seeing the cracks in the traditional model and looking for a way to fix the underlying economics. We are offering a straightforward 30-minute conversation between professionals to see if this architecture aligns with the specific needs of your family office. The technology, capital, and infrastructure for the next generation of wealth management are fully operational. The decision to adapt and reclaim your control is entirely yours.